Howdy and namaste everyone. My name is Parth Sahani and welcome to the Karma Yogi podcast, where we discuss how to attract extraordinary success and become a better version of ourselves every day. What if there was a magic pill that would instantly improve your life and fix your woes? Just by taking this pill, you would become happier, healthier, and more optimistic. Your finances would get better, your relationships would improve, the quality of your life and the experiences you would have would be nothing less than outstanding. And as opposed to the other pills that you get at the pharmacy, this pill would be 100% free with no side effects. In fact, you won't even have to go anywhere to get to it, and it would require very little effort to use. Would you be interested? Well, the truth is that we do have access to that magic pill right here, right now. And that magic pill is, drumroll please, gratitude. Research has shown that an attitude of gratitude helps us lift our spirits and makes us happier, healthier, and improves various areas of our life. The festive time of the year has begun, and the Thanksgiving holiday is all about expressing gratitude. And the best news is that you need no money and no time to get started. Before I proceed, I'd like to share a quote by Melody Beattie. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. The questions that I'll be answering today are: what are the benefits that come from the practice of gratitude? And how can gratitude improve my life and make it more enjoyable? The word gratitude is derived from the Latin word gratia, which means grace, graciousness, or gratefulness, depending on the context. In some ways, gratitude encompasses all of these meanings. Gratitude is a thankful appreciation for what an individual receives, whether tangible or abstract. With gratitude, people acknowledge and appreciate the goodness in their lives. Here are 5 ways gratitude enriches the quality of your life and makes it better. Number 1. Gratitude obliterates negativity. When you're counting the blessings in your life and thinking about the things that you feel grateful for, it becomes difficult to feel negative about your circumstances. You can only do one thing, right? One of the fastest ways to improve our mood and our demeanor is to express gratitude for the things that we already have in our lives. In a research study conducted by 2 psychologists, Robert Emmons of the University of California, Davis, and Michael McCullough of the University of Miami, all participants were asked to write a few sentences each week, focusing on particular topics. One group wrote about things and incidents that they were grateful for that had occurred during the week. A second group wrote about daily irritations or things that had upset them. And a third wrote about events that had simply influenced them, with no emphasis on them being positive or negative. After 10 weeks, those who wrote about gratitude were more optimistic and overall felt better about their lives. Interestingly, they also exercised more and had fewer visits to physicians than those who paid attention to sources of annoyance. Also, keeping a gratitude journal can work wonders to keep you optimistic. In one study, when participants kept a weekly gratitude journal, they showed a 5% increase in optimism. In another one, maintaining a daily gratitude journal resulted in a 15% increase in optimism. The above studies show that optimism is significantly correlated with gratitude, and the more you express gratitude, the more optimistic you become. The bottom line is that when we live our lives with gratitude and appreciation for what we have, we occupy our minds with optimism. When we focus on what we lack, our mind gets filled up with negativity that breeds thoughts of bitterness, hate, jealousy, and resentment. Number two, gratitude improves relationships. When you express gratitude to the people around you and convey your appreciation towards them, it positively impacts your relationship with them. It leads to more trust and deepens the bond. Gratitude makes us more social and appreciative of things that other people do for us. It's logical to think that saying thank you and expressing gratitude makes the person at the receiving end feel better, but research has shown that gratitude does more than this. It actually improves the relationship for both the parties involved. According to psychologist Sarah Algo, gratitude serves to strengthen our relationships with other people. Feeling grateful helps us identify people who are responsive to our needs and helps to bring us closer to them. In one study related to this idea, researchers investigated the effects of gift giving among sorority sisters. During 1 week of the school year, older sorority sisters gave gifts to new arriving members of the sorority. It was found that when the newer sorority members felt more gratitude for their gifts, they later felt closer to the sorority sister who gave them the gift. In simpler words, when people feel grateful for something that someone has done for them, they may be more motivated to build a relationship with this individual. One research study of couples reported that individuals who took time to express gratitude for their partner not only felt more positive toward the other person, but also felt more comfortable expressing concerns about their relationship. Another study examined the role of gratitude in maintaining relationships. The researchers observed that those who felt appreciative of their partners were more responsive to their partner's needs and they were more committed to their relationships. In fact, they also discovered that people who were more appreciative of their partners were more likely to still be in the relationship months later. In a sense, we can say that people who feel grateful for their significant other actually do more to try to maintain their relationship. Overall, we can conclude that gratitude makes us more social, appreciative, and more human. As a result, it helps us make more friends, earn other people's trust, and take our relationships to the next level. Number three, gratitude makes you more abundant. Expressing gratitude brings abundance in our lives. What we focus on grows. That's the law of the universe. When we live our lives with gratitude and appreciation towards things that we already have through the law of attraction, we focus more clearly on what we do want in our lives and attract more of those things in our lives. The more grateful we are for all that we are blessed with, whether big or small, the more abundance we attract to us. Simply put, we attract what we put out. The universe is not biased and it just responds to the vibrations that we put out there. When we live our lives with sincere gratitude and honest appreciation, we emanate high vibration of our energy, and as a result, we attract more of what we want. How we think is what we get, and gratitude is the key that opens the gateway to abundance. Number four, gratitude supplements our growth. It's a misconception that gratitude promotes self-satisfaction and acceptance of the status quo. Studies have shown that gratitude can motivate behaviors that ultimately lead to self-improvement and positive change. A 2011 study by Robert Emmons and Anjali Mishra reported that people feel motivated and energized when they experience gratitude, and that gratitude encourages them to make progress towards their goals. Gratitude has been linked with success and achievement in multiple domains of life, including health and academics. Students who express gratitude on a regular basis tend to have higher GPAs, participate in more extracurricular activities, and have a stronger desire to contribute to society. Gratitude has also been less risky behaviors in adolescents, including decreased substance and drug use and less risky sexual behaviors. These findings suggest that gratitude motivates people to engage in better, healthier activities that may contribute to their success. Number 5. Gratitude helps us tackle obstacles. When life is going well and when we are in the midst of prosperity, it's easy to express gratitude as it allows us to celebrate and magnify the goodness. But when we find ourselves in challenging situations, it becomes harder to express gratitude. It may sound counterintuitive, but when we encounter crisis situations, gratitude becomes essential and we absolutely need to practice it. It is precisely during those difficult times when we have the most to gain by a grateful perspective on life. Gratitude plays a big role in helping us cope with difficult times. As Robert Emmons points out, in the face of demoralization, gratitude has the power to energize. In the face of brokenness, gratitude has the power to heal. In the face of despair, gratitude has the power to bring hope. Research has validated the fact that gratitude helps us cope with crisis. It has been shown that when we consciously cultivate an attitude of gratitude, we build up a sort of psychological immune system that acts as a cushion for us when we fall. There is scientific evidence that people who express gratitude are more resilient to stress, whether minor everyday hassles or major personal upheavals. I wrote an essay titled Inverse Gratitude, the Art of Being Grateful During Adverse Times some time back, and I would like to read it as it resonates well with this point. It's a great virtue to have gratitude and appreciate things in our lives, but an even greater one is to have gratitude and appreciation when things don't work out for us and for the obstacles and adversities that we face. We get so overwhelmed with the current scenario that we fail to notice the advantages those adversities bring with them. We all face adverse times, but the difference lies in how we respond to them. With a change in perception, we can start viewing our obstacles in the right light. One thing that we can always express gratitude during hard times is for our growth. Every adversity compels us to expand and think in newer and better ways. We can think of obstacles as catalysts that speed up our growth. Disadvantages and roadblocks propel the alchemy of turning mediocrity and stagnation to genius and progress. Instead of asking why a particular event happened to us, we can ask, what am I learning out of this experience? In what ways am I becoming a better human being and growing due to it? Some other questions which I extracted from the video where Marie Folio interviews Ryan Holiday that we can ponder upon are: what's something I'm upset about and why am I grateful that it happened that way? Who's the person that I feel the most anger towards and why am I grateful for them? How's the pressure that I'm feeling due to this situation helping me out? Can I take the 100% bad in this disaster and make it 99% bad and then be grateful for the 1%? Once we become aware of the benefits that the problem that we are encountering is bringing us, it gets easier to express gratitude and appreciation for them. Expressing appreciation for obstacles is an uphill battle and is not easy, but it's an important area where we need to become an exception. Unless we acknowledge and view the obstacles in the right light, we will never be able to appreciate and act upon the opportunities that they bring with them. We don't have any control over what happens to us, but we control our perception and attitude. Our response will dictate our success. So, gratitude is an attitude, it's a choice that we make every day. Once we make it a habit to consciously express our gratitude and appreciation towards the people we spend time with, the situations we encounter, whether good or bad, and all the resources and amenities that surround us, and once it becomes an active part of our lifestyle, we begin to attract better relationships, experiences, and outcomes, and life becomes smoother and much more enjoyable. That wraps up this episode, and I'd like to conclude this episode with a quote by Ralph Marston. What if what if you gave someone a gift and they neglected to thank you for it? Would you be likely to give them another? Life is the same way. In order to attract more of the blessings that life has to offer, you must truly appreciate what you already have. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and for more episodes like this, subscribe to this podcast. If you would like to ask a question or have any comments or suggestions, write an email or send a voice memo to podcast@thekarmayogi.blog. This podcast is 100% supported by donations, and I request you to donate if you can. A little goes a long way, and even $1 will make a big difference in this journey for me. You can make a donation via PayPal at thekarmayogi.blog/donate. Also, we have a Patreon account where you can donate $5 or more per month to keep this podcast and other creations ad-free, because we all know advertisements are distractions. Our Patreon page is patreon.com/thekarmayogi. And if you want even more resources to create an extraordinary life and become a better version of yourself every day, plus some personal insights and updates from me that I only share in email, hop on to thekarmayogi.blog and make sure you sign up for our email newsletter. If you would like to get a bite of inspiration and insight every single day, come visit my new blog, The Daily Apple. It's at thedailyapple.me. Focus on your actions and let go of the outcomes, because success is a journey, not a destination, and we need to keep working towards it every single day. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.